Hi there. Well, I've got back from work, hence the stinky work clothes, and big parcels arrived. I knew exactly what it was when I was told on the phone that it had come. So let's get this out of the. They put it in this tissue paper because it probably stops the boxes from rubbing together in transit, but it's annoying. But there we go. It's the Robinson Class J11, or I think it was 9J. Yeah, 9J was the original Great Central Railway designation, but this is the Collectors Club model. The locomotive's number 316 and the catalogue number is 31-318K. They're possibly all sold out now, but you have to be a member of the Collectors Club to get one of these. Now, we reviewed the Collectors Club wagon in a previous video, so we're going to have a good look at this. It's in the new style packaging with the slide out inner. Well, it's supposed to slide. There we go. It's quite tight, this one. Very tight, actually. Normally these are a lot looser. I'm just trying not to damage the box when I slide it apart, because I was always taught that the box is worth more than the contents, and so it should be looked after. It's a peculiar state of affairs to follow, but actually with the Hornby 00 stuff that my father and I collected, it's actually quite true. So here we are. I'll take this out of there, and we've got in its little slide out packaging the Robinson 9J in the Great Central Railway livery. And this is actually, it looks to be, it's darker than the green that the National Railway Museum Special Edition Butler Henderson was in, but it looks to be pretty much the same green that the Robinson 8K, aka the LNER 04, was done in as a National Railway Museum Special Edition some while previously. Now that locomotive is fully sold out, although I do have one. There's actually quite a lot of dust on this. That's quite peculiar, actually. Almost as if they've sat around in the factory out in China for a while before being packaged, which is perfectly possible because they did briefly appear on the Bachmann website. We assume accidentally a photograph of this, and this probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 months ago. So it's long been suspected that one of these has been in the pipeline. We just haven't known what avenue it would come through, and as it turns out, it's come through the Collectors Club. Now we can see that we've got this enormous load of coal in the tender. That does actually reach out and grab you, but I am told that it is removable because this is pretty much the same model as the standard release ones that have been out for a little while now. I haven't really got sharp enough nails to pull that out, but it does feel and sound like it's a cast metal insert, probably for the weight, because this does pick up power from the track through some of the tender wheels. Although I can see from here that it would benefit from having the pickups bent slightly closer to the axles, so that's something that probably fettled this when it comes to running it in the shed. It's definitely that darker lined green that the 8K was in, but it's very, very well done. Again, the lining is incredibly crisp, as is the representation of the Great Central crest and the Great Central lettering. It is brilliant the way that these locomotives are coming out in these rather complex liveries. So well done. We've got typical safety valves there of this particular class of locomotive. The real ones were rebuilt over a period of time by the LNER, and I think latterly British Rail too. And whilst I'm not an expert on particular features, I'm led to believe that this is the first pre-grouping liveried locomotive that Bachmann have done that is actually accurate to the pre-grouping period, because things like the Robinson 8K, the 04 class, that actually represents the LNER version of the locomotive, but in the Great Central Railway livery. So not entirely accurate, but Nonetheless, it is brilliant to see these locomotives turning up in these liveries. It's just a shame that there's not much in the way of rolling stock to go with them. There's a good weight to this. The locomotive and tender held together. There's a pin and a drawbar which you can undo, but there seems little point to it because both are pretty much permanently coupled by the wires which connect through. There is a plug in the base of the tender there, but getting that out would be very, very tricky without removing all the brake gear. It's nice to see that the brake gear is, again, I've mentioned this before, starting to be applied in the factory because it's ever so fiddly to put this stuff on yourself. And I know I've struggled with some of the locomotives. I think the C-Class was one which hadn't had it factory fitted, and I really did struggle trying to get all that put together. I haven't tested this. Literally, you've seen as I've taken it out of the box for the first time, but I'm hoping that it'll be another fine runner from Bachmann. It's interesting to see on the buffer beams there's a hole for the hook for the coupling. There's no hook actually inserted, but I spy some separate... oh, in fact, there we go. The coal insert has just come apart in my hands, and it looks to be a white metal casting there. So it's nice to see that it does easily come out, because I know a lot of people have complained about the rather large hump of coal. So I think Bachmann have listened to people's complaints about it being very tightly wedged in. I know certainly with the LMS X LNWR Super D, I still haven't managed to get the coal insert out. I'm very frightened of damaging the actual plastic mouldings. But underneath we can see that there is a representation of all of the inner detail in there underneath, so it can be run without that, but I can feel there's a lot of weight in that, so bear in mind if you run the locomotive without the coal insert that it's going to be down on weight. Now you can see we've got a whole load of separately fitted details. A lot of these are fire irons, so they're very much something that's that you don't have to fit. Then there is also, I can see there's the coupling drawbars are in there. They look to actually be there, rather than being one-piece solid plastic mouldings, they are metal fittings. So they're going to look very, very nice when fitted. The only possible problem is that they may interfere with the slimline tension lock coupling, so I have to look into that. And then there's, somebody will probably tell me what this is, but there's like a circular piece of plastic in there with 2 screws to screw it in. I don't know what it's for. I've seen this particular piece on at least one previous locomotive that I've bought. I don't know what it's for. So somebody will probably tell me now in the comments. But anyway, there we go. There's the new Robinson 9J in Great Central Railway livery from Bachmann, exclusive to the Bachmann Collectors Club. Quick unboxing there, an overview, and hopefully in a future video we're going to see this going round, just running on by at Bolton Trinity Road, and something to look forward to. Anyway, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel too, and you'll be the first to see all new videos as they go up. And don't forget to share this video to let other people know about this. Anyway, sorry about the scruffy work clothes, but you know, I do work for a living. You know, I don't just swan around here doing videos of this, that and the other. You take good care of yourself, my friends, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye for now.